Another feature I want to demonstrate is the automatic zoom. Now the automatic zoom basically automatically zooms to your iron sights. So before, you would have to press the zoom key, like you'd put up your iron sights and then you'd have to press the key again to really like kind of zoom into your iron sights there to bring it closer so you could fire on an enemy soldier. But now it's automatically done for you, and you don't have to press any buttons. Now this affects all weapons, so it's not just this gun. It does it for pistols, it does it for MGs. I'm going to show you on some of the new weapons. Like it'll do it for all the new weapons, just like that. Let's try some other ones. Mg42. So it's, and if you move your gun around, as you can see, it has kind of a little sway to it, where the sights don't. They come back. I forget what they call that, but it's pretty cool. Alright, the other feature I want to demonstrate is that the Mg42 has new magazines. So we're going to go to the arsenal here. The Mg42, I already chose these magazines, so the Mg42 now is, we added 100 round and 150 round magazines, as you can see here. Got 100 round, 150 rounds. Now, the default in IFA 3 is only 50 round drums. And so, as you can see, we added 100 round and 150 round. At first we had an issue with these. Once we added them, I mean, you would see them, but you couldn't choose them for some reason, and there was a bug with them. So before we released, we had to fix that, and we got it sorted out. So basically, deploy your gun, and you can choose which you want to load. So that's that feature. The other feature is I wanted to tell you guys that we added a new Mg42 sound. I'm sure you've heard in the previous video what it sounded like, but this is more specific. Too fond of the echo sound, but it's I think it should be more specific to the area that you're in. So, like, say if you're out in the field, you should just maybe just hear more of the gun itself than more of a distant echo, because the echo is really just coming from the sound bouncing off buildings or objects or whatever. Now, if I was out maybe way out in the field there, it would probably just reduce to the gun, and then you wouldn't hear the echo. So it really depends. But this is what this is. Now, there's one more feature I want to demonstrate. I did demonstrate it in the last video. The last video was demonstrating demonstrating all the new weapons and stuff. And this was one feature that I demonstrated where if you look at the bottom left-hand side of the screen, you'll see a real tiny bar, and that bar is for your stamina or your fatigue. Now, when you running around and stuff, it'll go from green to red, red being like you're totally fatigued and so on. But for the MGs, and only the MGs, and this is all MGs, this will either be Germans or Russians, even the PTRD, if you do not deploy your weapon, it's fine right now, but if you do not deploy your weapon, you just start shooting the gun. Alright, look at the stamina bar. The undeployed weapon will add a penalty to your fatigue, and you will get fatigued as you shoot the weapon. And basically, when that happens, you're basically so fatigued you can't move. I mean, you're just basically down to a walk or a jog versus running around at full speed. Now, to counter this, to fix this, you will need to deploy your weapon, and naturally the fatigue, the stamina bar reduces. It reduces faster prone. It does that in IFA3 itself anyways, but when you shoot the gun now, while the gun is deployed, you don't get any penalty. And that's how that feature works.